Lesson 5, Application of Set Theory. So we can use set theory to solve more complex equations and situations. So we have the following clues and we want to answer some questions. So we have 28 children have a dog, a cat, or a bird. So I'm just going to quickly draw out my Venn diagram. And we have a dog, a cat, or a bird. So this is a little bit different because we have multiple intersected areas. So let's call P children who have pets. And we know that N of P is 28. 28 kids have pets. We know that 13 children have dogs. So let's make D for dog. It's going to be our dogs. And N of D is equal to 13. So let's put this in. Let's call this dogs. Now we have people with cats. And 13 people have cats. I'm not really sure why one would want a cat. Just kidding. So let's put that in here as well. So C of 13. I don't know why this is having a hard time writing. So C is 13. And people who have birds is also 13. So N of B is 13. We know there's 13 people with birds. And again, we have 28 kids with pets. Now we are going to keep going. So 4 children have only a dog and a cat. So only a dog and a cat would be dog and cat. So that means it's the intersection of dog and cat. So dog and cat intersects right here. 3 children have only a dog and a bird. So it's the intersection of dog and a bird, which is 3. So dog and bird intersects right here. And 2 children only have a cat and a bird. So that is the intersection between C and B. So what we're going to do now is we want to figure out the numbers of each of our intersections. So if you notice, for the intersection of D and C, we also have D and C intersects here and here. So really, it's 4 plus X. We don't know how many people have a dog, a cat, and a bird. So we're going to say X is the people who have a dog and a cat and a bird. So the intersection between dogs and cats would be 4 plus X. For dogs and birds, it would be 3 plus X. And for cats and birds, it'd be 2 plus X. So those are our intersections. We also know a really important piece of information. We know the number of dogs or birds or cats, because the number of people who have dogs or a bird or a cat is everything in our circles, and we know that number to be 28. So we can use our formula. So we know that, now this is going to get messy because it's a lot of writing. The intersection or the union of D or B or C is equal to the number of terms in D plus the number of terms in B plus the number of terms in C. And then we have to subtract all of our intersections. So we have minus the number of terms in B or D and C, minus the number of terms in D and B, and minus the number of terms in C and B. So what that said is we took all of this, plus all of this, plus all of this, but because we have intersected areas, we subtracted this, and we subtracted this, and we subtracted this. But we are missing our final area in here because we've subtracted it. So we have to add our intersection of D and B and C. So this is our formula, and we are looking to solve for x. So we're going to substitute everything in. We know that our union is 28. So we have 28 is equal to our n of D is 13, our n of B is 13, and our n of C is 13. Our union of our intersection of D and C is 4 plus x. Our intersection of D and B is 3 plus x. And our intersection of C and B is 2 plus x. And we're adding a final x in. So I know there isn't a lot of room, so I'm just going to erase some things quickly so that we can see this better. So we have our equation that looks like this. It's kind of long, so it's really hard to fit onto your paper. I understand. So what we're going to do now is we have to make sure we distribute all of our negatives. And we can simplify this. So we have 28 is equal to 13 plus 13 plus 13 is 39. Minus 4 minus x, minus 3 minus x, minus 2 minus x, plus x. Now we're going to continue to group our like terms. So we have 39 minus 4 minus 3 minus 2 is 30. 39 minus 4 is 35. 35 minus 3 is 32. 32 minus 2 is 30. Now we have 1, 2, 3 negative x's plus an x. So we have minus 2x. Now we're going to solve for x. So we're going to subtract 30 from both sides. So we have negative 2 is equal to negative 2x, and divide by negative 2 to get 1 to equal x. So one lucky kid has a bird, a cat, and a dog, because one pet wasn't enough. So now we know our intersection point. It's easy to figure out the rest of our sections in our circles. So for C is equal to 13, our cats. We have 13 minus 4 for our intersection of cats and dogs. Holy cow. Minus 2 for our intersection between cats and birds, and minus 1 for the kid who has all three. So we should get, for cats, 6. So 6 people only have cats. For dogs, we have 13 minus 4 minus 1 and minus 3 to get 5. So 5 people have just dogs. And for birds, we have 13 minus 2 minus 1 and minus 3, which is 7. So 7 people have just birds. So we are able to figure out all of our information using the given information.